So, the newest brawler in the game is Stu, who you can unlock at 10,000 trophies, which is pretty cool. And if you have already reached 10,000 trophies, you should see him in your Brawlers tab. He is a pretty good brawler. He shoots twice. Only one shot is needed to charge a super, which is really cool. In total, if you have a max level Stu, it will do 1,680 damage. Okay, now let's get into balance changes. First up is Barley, who is getting a buff to his star power, Extra Noxious. He is going from 140 damage extra to 200 damage extra. That's a 60 damage plus, which is really cool. Makes him a lot more viable in today's meta. B is next up with her Honeycomb being reworked into Honeycomb, which gives B a 20% shield every time that her attack is supercharged. And Bo is up. You weren't expecting that, and I wasn't expecting that either. His main attack is going from 520 damage to 560, and of course this is all, any buffs are calculated from level 1, but that also means that max level brawlers and any level in between are getting buffs as well. And then Brock is up next, which a lot of people were expecting, at least I was. His main attack damage is going from 1,040 damage to 1,120 damage, which is a pretty significant buff. 80 damage is still 80 damage. Carl, his gadget has actually been reworked. So if an enemy steps into it, they get damage for 1,200 damage over 4 seconds, which is basically just 300 damage per second. And his protective pirouette, aka his shield while he supers, is blocking 35% damage instead of 30%, which is 10% more than B, which is kind of strange. But I guess Carl's super takes a lot longer than her B's attack. Crow's gadget from 20% debuff to 25%, which is a really big increase. And Crow, his star power, is now dealing 32 damage extra, which is kind of insane, honestly. Gale super is doing 140 plus damage. That's an almost 150% increase, which is kind of insane. Jean is finally getting a buff, which is going from 3,200 health to 3,600 health. Lou is getting a buff as well, from having 3,100 health to having 3,200 health. Lou's super is now going to actually deal damage, which actually makes him a lot better, because his super was really bad. The enemies could just move around and avoid still, which kind of sucked. But now it deals damage, so a little bit of damage at a time is still a little bit of damage at a time. And then his star power is getting a buff from affecting an enemy's reload speed from 35% to 50%. And Amber is actually getting a nerf this season. Just keep on nerfing Amber. Nerf. But except this nerf actually comes with a buff as well. Her main attack damage is going from 2,200 damage per second to 2,000, which is really sad. But her super ability is actually getting 120 damage increase onto her base damage of 1,800. So 1,920 damage for a base level Amber, which is really good. Except I actually kind of like the buff nerf to Amber, because then she's a bit less OP, but also is better at area control, which is really good. And then Edgar just got a nerf from 3,000 health to 2,800 health. I mean, I feel like Edgar. I'm not an Edgar player at all, so I don't really know how to play Edgar. But still really big nerf. And then Jessie is getting her health decreased from 3,200 to 3,000 health, which is makes Penny a bit more viable in today's meta. And then Mr. P is also getting a nerf from his health being decreased from 3,200 to 3,000. Honestly, I was expecting a nerf to his gadget, not his health, but okay. And then Tick's mines, his new gadget, instead of dropping a mine and then going a little bit away, his gadget is actually making it so that he shoots 2 sets of 3 in one shot, which is really cool. Except his mines are now a lot more spread out, so he's kind of good for area control, but if you're trying to go in close to an enemy or anything, it's really likely that you'll just end up dying because his mines are just way too far away. So make sure to play Tick from a really far away range. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe just comment down below. Really nice. Maybe you could I guess, and or subscribe. But hopefully this does well, and see you guys later.